Welcome to the Track Limits podcast. Hope you all had a wonderful offseason. We are here with the very first episode of season 2.
Let's go!
We back, baby.
We're back. How's everyone doing?
Love and life. Let's go.
Can't wait.
Recovering.
What an offseason.
It was our on season.
Oh, I know.
We've never been more on.
About it, like there was so much going on.
It was go.
There was too much that happened. I don't even know where we start. I think we should probably break down for people that have now come back to the F1 news. What happened in the last 3-4 weeks?
Hey, what hasn't happened? Wait, are we talking about us or what in like the silly season?
Let's talk about silly season first, and then we can talk about us later.
Okay. This is a lot to unpack.
What kind of stood out for you, though?
Are you joking? My wet dream?
Oh Lord!
That is
Where was I?
Lewis-
Where was I?
Like, are you joking? Lewis Hamilton going to Ferrari? Like, as a Ferrari fan, are you like that's been my dream come true?
Where were you when you found out?
We were all together. Do you remember? We were in a van going to
No,
the.
we were in the train.
No, we were in.
We were in the
okay,
train.
Oh,
we
the
were in the
first,
train,
yeah.
but
Yeah,
then
first
that
Uber.
was when I was commenting like, "Oh, this is BS."
Yeah.
Da, da, da. But then we were in the van, the taxi van, going to the Williams factory for a very special guest episode.
You'll find out soon.
We'll find- Oh man, that was hilarious. That was a lot.
I know we were setting up cameras when we found out that he had inked the deal, and we were like,
Yeah.
"No way!" It didn't feel real.
Everyone reported.
Because like I wasn't with you for that trip. I was back at home, and I remember
Yeah.
I woke up and I didn't have Wi-Fi.
I was
And
texting you.
And you text me, and then I got Wi-Fi, and you were like, "Lewis is going to Ferrari," and I was like, "Nah, rumors." And then you messaged me being like, "Time to buy new merch," and I was like, "It's just a rumor," and you were all saying nah, and then like an hour later, I started looking at Sky Sports doing the presentation. I was like, "Okay, damn!" Like out of nowhere. No, I was like,
I need the
"No, it's
official
not happening.
report."
It's not happening. And then I
Yeah.
seen the Sky Sports presentation. I seen something else, and then I was like, "Oh wow, it's happening."
We have too much Mercedes merch now that we have to give away. If anyone wants
Yeah.
to buy some from us,
Wow.
I mean, George Russell.
How
But it-
loyal.
you know, but
How loyal of you
it
guys.
goes
eh?
to show though, like Russell kind of he's a bit annoying. He is like
Wait, what was that?
I don't want to
Say it louder for the mic.
But
Remember
yeah,
when
no,
we were
so-
saying his like main character energy? Now he really gets to embody that main character energy next in 2025. And
who's
good
going
on
to
him.
get that second seat though? That's a crazy one. Cause
Yeah. There's a lot actually on the roster.
there are a lot of options. There's
yeah,
Kimi
Fernando?
Anatelli, who's like the hyped up
Yes.
junior going into F2. There's who else? Mick Schumacher,
Esteban.
Well,
Esteban
no,
Ocon.
Esteban's on the cards.
oh, yeah.
yeah.
He's still there.
Not
Technically, they're junior
Not a
driver.
chance.
He's part of their
yeah,
junior
he's
cadre.
still
Wasn't Alonso
not a
having
chance.
chats?
Yeah.
Apparently,
Flavio, his
yeah.
manager.
Yeah.
Frederick Vesti.
I'd love to see Albon in there because
Oh.
he's still with Mercedes.
No.
and anyone deserves it. Albon would.
Albon?
Yeah,
He's not with Mercedes.
Not
no.
anymore.
No, he still has a contract somewhere with Mercedes.
He's part of Williams.
Williams.
He's Williams. Well, I
Yeah.
guess
So, but
Williams,
Williams are
and
related
Mercedes
because of
are-
the Mercedes
Yeah.
engine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Okay, it's back channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, a
I
couple
thought-
of back channels.
But I don't think James was gonna want to let that go.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
maybe.
that's what I mean. Like nothing. He owes nothing to Mercedes.
You don't think Mercedes could strong arm him?
For what? How? Oh, like with money? Yeah, probably a crazy
I'm sure
amount of
something
money.
like
but,
if they wanted
Yeah.
Albon. Then who was the other one? Carlos Sainz, was it? Carlos Sainz?
oh, like a switcheroo? I don't think so.
That doesn't feel right.
No, especially with the age that
Yeah.
Carlos is in.
I do think
He's
Kimi's
in
the
his
still a
30s.
spring chicken, no?
I do think Kimi's
He's
the
in his
best option.
early 30s.
Spring chicken.
Yeah.
Literally, not you being an ageist.
No, I meant in terms of performance. Would I take a Kimi over Carlos? Probably, if he
Kimi-
performs
yeah,
in F2.
sure,
If he performs
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, I saw this graphic on social media that summarized literally everything.
Oh.
Hamilton moves to Ferrari
Oh,
was
yeah.
number one. Then we had the Andretti bid that got rejected.
Yes.
Oh, that was a
I saw the same
disappointment.
thing.
Tragic.
This was a whole ploy that F1 dropped the Ferrari news or Hamilton news.
Right after.
Yeah, it was the next day.
Oh, was it?
It was literally.
Well,
I
did
still
we
think
forgot
it is.
about that very quickly.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
saw
and
it.
no,
Yeah.
That
you
was the
don't
whole
remember
point.
Andretti.
Yeah.
That was that's a shit show.
like in like pop culture. Most people like if they're gonna have divorces, breakups, whatever, they do it like when shit's about to get real, like whether it be like big events coming up
Yeah.
or whatever, because then it could just like be
sweep it
hidden.
under the rug.
Yeah. So this was the big moment.
Yep.
And then a friend of the pod, Gunter Steiner, had to
Ah.
step down,
Yes.
which was very sad. Hopefully, he goes somewhere else. I don't
True,
think
yeah.
he'll go in as a team principal, though.
No.
Apparently, he might go in as like a
Yeah.
senior
Advisor?
executive advisor somewhere else.
That would be dope to
Maybe
see.
go to see Red Bull, no?
Oh,
Oh,
can you imagine
we'll take him.
Yeah.
I
He
mean,
he worked at Red Bull before.
There
like,
might-
the early days.
for many years.
there might be a seat open.
Oh, well, that was number 4.
Yeah.
Henny, I'm curious what you think as a staunch Red Bull fan.
You know what?
What?
I wouldn't mind if he left Red Bull. No. Look, I know how iconic he is to Red Bull. He built that team from scratch 15, 16
We're
years
talking
ago.
about Adrian Newey or?
Yeah, both. They come together. They're a package, right?
Adrian Newey's retiring.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's calling it quits.
Yeah. But we have to take what he did serious at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I hope the investigation's thorough and they find a conclusion that satisfies both parties. We don't even know who the other party is, but at the end of the day, I think Red Bull's strong. Whether his leadership is gone, I feel like he's built a team around him of leaders that any of them can replace. Might take a few years, don't get me wrong, but I feel like they would still be on top. So I'm not complaining. As long as you got Max with you, there's nothing that Red Bull can't achieve.
Yeah, I think
So
the
for a
allegation-
summary, though, sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
For summary, are we believing the rumors and are we believing
I
he's
was
going to
just
be
going
gone?
to say, like, the allegations seem really
They're strong.
serious
Yeah.
and like quite like founded. Like, I think there's like grounds for these allegations.
yeah.
I haven't seen, haven't heard, but the timing is very sus. Of
Why
all,
is it,
like,
sorry,
all of
why
this
is the time
coming
sus?
out.
Why am I not getting here?
I just think there's just more to this
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
behind the scenes than we're being led
A
on.
lot of politics. is being
Yeah, a
played.
lot of politicking.
It could be
and-
internal, right? People are
Yeah.
saying maybe, you know,
You wanted
the,
to push him out for whatever reason.
the head
Yeah.
Red Bull office, now that Dietrich isn't there, maybe
Yep.
they want
Yeah,
more
I've actually
control.
read about that. Yeah.
Right, but I do agree. Like, I hope they do a thorough process, but it has been a lot of speculation online,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
way too much. So I'm
Every
just
day.
excited. for
Every day
facts.
there's something
Every
new.
day. And I literally don't even know at this point what to believe and what not to believe. So I'm
Yeah.
just hoping this process is done properly and then the facts come out.
Yeah, and funny enough, during the launch day, we were present, and some jokes were said
Yeah.
during the live.
Can you share
that
those
was
jokes?
cut off from the live stream? So
Who made these
What?
jokes?
the show, like the presenters, made a joke about him and DC when they got their first win back in 2005, and him jumping in Monaco, and him jumping in the pool naked. And one of the presenters decided to say, "Well, we see that again," and the whole place just went silent.
Oh, that must have been an awkward moment up there.
Can you imagine he was like, yeah, absolutely. I jumped right in.
He gave a very political answer, which was like, "This will never
Yeah, yeah.
happen. I've aged out, and
I've
I'm
aged
proud of I'm proud
He's
of
like,
the team."
that was me 10, 15 years ago.
Jeez.
I was only like a
But that was
spring
bold.
chicken.
That was bold for them to make that joke in the time we're in. Yeah, but again, he's still walking with confidence.
Well, that's the thing.
Well, yeah, like yeah, I
Nothing
watched.
is shading him.
I watched the launch or like I was at work,
stream,
so I
yeah.
couldn't. Like I watched the snippets back. I'm like, huh. Like he's his commentary and the way he's
Yeah.
speaking is very much with him being part of the Red Bull team and having like this is nothing. And I'm like, if you're, I don't know. I guess.
But it's weird because
think-
if you don't show face, you're guilty. If you show face and have a
Yeah.
proud stature, then hey, maybe it's all rumor. Like you can't hide. If you
But
hide,
then when
you're
you
guilty.
hear that there was like payments.
yeah.
We don't know that.
Like,
We don't know rumors, yeah.
Speculations, yeah.
Again, yes, yeah, allegations of some payments and stuff. I just could. When you're a man of that, I guess. I mean, like any other like sexual or like any of these type of allegations, like it's so baffling to me when you're a person, not even a man, just a person of that much power. You can't be so callous. You can't like it. Just like how can you be this irresponsible and just like abuse your? Like hopefully that's not the case, and I hope for everybody to be, not in this situation, but. It's just crazy and mind-boggling to
Well,
me.
Henny and I were also saying it's mind-boggling that he has literally a Spice Girl as his wife.
I mean,
and he,
that's-
I don't know, get alleged, but like, why would you do that?
Hey,
Yeah.
Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Yeah,
I was
fair
just gonna
enough,
say.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Listen, men are dogs.
But also out of the Red Bull
And now
team,
the comments are
Yeah.
with
Oh, Lord.
I'm sorry, I love y'all, but
but it's also crazy. We always thought it'd be Marco getting cancelled for doing something random, not like Christian.
Yeah. Or it could be Helmut that planted it.
who knows, Joss? I don't know.
Okay, next.
Well, we
Move
were
on.
at the steak launch, and it was funny that the day after, a big report went out that apparently Sauber cannot be called steak.
Yeah.
And because apparently in Switzerland, they banned online gambling and online casinos.
Yeah.
And they're obviously a Swiss company. So that's a bit awkward.
You know what? What I didn't understand with that was that there was always going to be cases where they couldn't be called stake because there are other jurisdictions where they don't allow gambling. And so, like, I was like, oh, why is this big news? So I thought they had already dealt with.
Kick, they'd be called Kick.
Yeah,
then.
Kick.
Yeah.
So now it's officially Sauber?
On the website, it says Sauber Kick F1 team.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what they're going with, but still a better name than V Carbs.
Because it's not like they can go and move their headquarters somewhere
No.
else.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Sauber.
But it's just
No,
it's
it's
in
not
the
that big.
name. They're
I don't-
just using one like format of the name versus another one. Like
yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably because they wrote a big check.
Oh,
Stake
yeah.
to Sauber. So
The stake and
They're
Kick
like,
are
well,
the same.
Yeah.
not the
no.
same. They're
Or,
owned
like,
by the
they're
same
owned by
company.
the
same
same
but-
companies.
Kick
Yeah.
is like the streaming platform,
Yeah.
and Stake is like the online casino, but they
Yeah.
feed to each other.
yeah.
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 But they
So
would, at
same
the end of the day,
Same thing.
no, because at the end of the day, they still want Stake to be the name
The
that
name.
people recognize more than
Yeah.
Kick.
Yeah.
But
So
I
that's
think
the
you know
problem.
how like back in the day there was like this conspiracy that people at Starbucks were like knowingly purposely mistaking people's names so that people could post about it and whatever. So like this is like maybe a sign of like their own guerrilla marketing where
Yeah.
more people would talk about the controversy about it
Yeah,
not being called
maybe.
Stake
Could
and
be.
therefore
Maybe. I don't know.
subliminally talking.
No, I don't think it's good news for them.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I actually agree with that, by the way, on the Visa Cash App side. Like,
They're
they got
playing it.
way more news and impressions
Yeah.
with that name than any other generic name. The fact we don't even know what RB stands for,
Yeah.
like, they haven't come out to say it's Racing Bulls.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Again,
Yeah.
Marketing genius.
genius.
Almost like Sarah V.
Aha.
Michael Sarah.
Oh, I was like, wait, what? I thought Sarah V was part of like.
I've seen
No.
Sarah V everywhere now, and I
Oh,
just
because
keep being like, Michael Sarah,
Sarah?
Michael
Really?
Sarah, Michael.
Well done.
That
One
was
of the best
beautiful.
campaigns.
Yeah, but what else kind of struck us in the offseason? I mean, obviously a lot of kind of news about drivers re-signing, Lando re-signed, Charles re-signed. Obviously a lot of them haven't re-signed yet, but
I gotta say, McLaren.
yeah.
They came out bold this year, just taking every content away. They're going dark. They're saying whatever it takes, which means what? Is everyone just gonna
All the
cheat?
partnerships.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
what?
Have you seen like the millionth partnership? Like,
Which was another
Yeah.
discussion. It's like, when is enough enough?
Yeah.
When a brand is like, okay, well, now I'm competing with 60 other sponsors on a car or even just
Yeah.
on a team. Where's my brand recognition? Like,
Yeah.
I would personally go with someone like Williams or someone that is coming on the up that's going to get TV
Yeah.
sites. They're going to
Yeah.
get more attraction, more attention. But I don't know.
Yeah.
There's something about McLaren that everyone's
It must be
running
that
to.
orange pops for your logo in the background. You just get to see it that little bit better.
I mean, if like sponsors are also listening, like I would totally bet my money on like an up and coming podcast like us.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
I don't know about that.
Good
Oh,
point.
just mention the logo right there.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Insert
Just flashing.
here.
Like honestly.
Honestly. But you did actually ask that question to someone at McLaren.
I did.
Which is
I
a
did.
cool
You will find
upcoming
out.
episode.
Yeah.
Wow, we plug way too much.
Okay, so like let's talk
Merch?
a little bit about then like our off season because that
Yeah.
was as I was saying, this is the most on season of our season, right? So we were doing a lot more and we
Yep.
traveled everywhere and
Yep.
did a lot of things, talked to a lot of really cool and interesting people.
Yep.
Like what was like let's talk about that a little
It
bit.
was what, a month and a half? Question mark?
Pretty much, yeah.
Close
5
to
to
a month
6
and a
weeks,
half,
yeah.
5 to 6 weeks, and yeah, we recorded 23 episodes.
Good going.
It's pretty
Ah, that's a
insane.
lot.
We're excited now to edit those and get them out.
Are we though?
Yeah, you know, Nero in the back there. Yeah. But no, I thought it was fun. And I think the conversations this time around were different in two ways. Like I thought I think we went a bit deeper with our guests. I think we like stayed away even from looking at questions, which by the way, great job. But to be fair, like we also listened.
Useless.
Unbelievable.
Basically.
Unbelievable. You know, Mikey did all the research and did a great
help,
job
with
throughout. But we listened to what people were saying and we responded to that and went deeper, which I thought was great. And then the second thing is I think we were like more fun. I don't know. I don't know.
That's a no.
You're looser. You're.
I thought we weren't
No, I
as
think
stiff.
we
I
were
thought we were
too.
just chill. Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
that
yeah.
didn't need to come out that
I
way.
mean, I felt great. I felt like we were flowing.
Yeah, I think so too.
It was giving good energy.
It was giving a new era.
Oh
It was
Lord.
giving a fun
new
era.
season.
New season.
Don't listen
The
to
Lulu.
Yeah.
The Lulu.
Wow, you're using those terms too
I know.
now.
So she's got me brainwashed.
I'm not even.
Bro.
Yeah, like
Not even
okay,
close.
so he's representative of our, our older demographic.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow, we're just like we haven't even started and we're just shots firing. No problem. I'll take the same energy throughout the season.
So what person's
You let him
ageist?
know.
The
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
person is it's 41.
It's on the way out.
Yeah.
To clarify, I'm not 41.
But like, there's nothing wrong.
Okay, maybe I look 41.
No.
No,
You look
no.
like
my
you're
lord.
20.
You basically look like you're like just coming of age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swish hasn't hit puberty, but like that's
Yeah.
okay.
The beard.
Like I said,
Beard?
we're hitting all age group ranges.
Yeah, no, exactly. 100%.
Check,
100%.
check.
What were
Yeah.
some of your favorite moments, Henny?
Favorite moments. Silverstone
Okay.
was
Yeah.
really dope.
Yep.
Seeing the track that empty and then visualizing how full it gets and seeing the cars in your mind was just epic.
And you were at the BRDC, the British
Yeah,
Racing
British.
Drivers Club.
I mean, the fact that was awesome because we were able to see every model car that pretty much ever existed in that building.
Oh, wow.
There's
That's
small cars and it goes across the whole
The
wall.
budget, are they got money?
Money.
got
Yeah.
money. That was really dope. Where else? Where else was good?
Seeing the Williams
Headquarters.
factory, that's like historic in itself.
Yeah.
There's a lot of history
Amount
right there.
there was a
All the
car
cars.
with 6 wheels.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Crazy.
era.
I don't remember what it
Back
was.
in that era, I can't remember the era as well, but there was no real cap on getting creative.
Yeah.
So you
No
could
regs,
engineer as much as you wanted,
Yeah.
and it was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. I'm like, wait, what? 6? Imagine like the pit stops.
Yeah.
They thought, I think the logic behind it would be more grip, but it didn't turn out.
Yeah.
They were still
Was it
mid.
just Williams that did it, or other?
other
I
teams.
think there was another one.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on it, but I think it was like a Lotus car. They had sides. They had its skirts on the
Oh,
sides.
yes,
So
the
it
black and yellow.
It sucked the air
Yeah.
more along. And then that was one that I got rid of. But even in modern eras, you see the Mercedes with what was it when they pushed
DAS?
the DAS?
System.
Oh, party mode?
Yeah,
Yeah.
party mode, yeah. Just like there's always little loopholes. Back then there was no regulations. Just go crazy.
I mean, leave it to Mercedes with these loopholes.
This year.
Even this year
I
with
was
their
just
front
about
wing.
to say.
Oh yeah, what the
Always.
hell is with that front wing? I don't get it.
We need a
Like, can
technic- I
it
don't-
fold up and down at its own, like at a
And
button?
it's not connected to
Connected,
the nose.
yeah.
So there's way more like air
More
that
air
can go
goes
through.
in. Yeah.
Okay,
It's
I
gonna
still don't get it.
it's gonna get bad.
Can we talk about the new Red Bull car and like the zero side pod? So like, are we like,
I love it.
was there a mistake? Mercedes were onto something, but they just missed something. And Adrian Newey was like, I can
Probably.
fix this.
I mean, I think it was in 2022. I don't know what grid he was standing at when he was
Japan.
Was it Japan? When
He
he
was
was
studying
looking,
that car.
looking, taking notes down. I think that was the moment. He's like, they have something and I can make it 10 times better and make it the best rocket ship ever.
Imagine if it's a flop.
I don't think
Oh.
so, man. The way he's walking even during the whole
confident.
launch,
He just
you
has a
can
pep
just
in
tell.
his step.
Like he was literally walking around with Checo and Max when they revealed the car, and he was like pinpointing exactly where they're going to
He
get
was showing them,
performance. He was literally showing them where they're going to excel.
He was like, yeah, there's no air going in there because there's nothing for air to go. You can, if that car is bad, the first thing Max is going to be like is, where's the side pod? Where's the side pod?
Bring it back.
But like the funny thing is like even the engine cover they took from Ferrari with the humps.
Yep.
Yes.
In
So
the
they're
back.
taking parts where the other teams are like, oh no, let's copy RB19.
Yeah.
Newey's like, wait, I found parts where it's perfect in other cars. Let me bring that together and build another car.
I wonder will it be slightly different for pre-season testing now in Bahrain? Like, will they?
I
change
can't
the
They're
things?
not going to
for
run
the
the zero
testing.
side pod entirely.
No, they said by
Yeah.
Japan.
By
They should
Japan.
bring it forward.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
But they still have the vertical inlets,
Yeah.
and then they'll
Yeah.
have the engine covers, like Henny
Oh,
said.
maybe
that
that's
are,
what I saw by
crazy.
Japan. Okay, maybe
Yeah,
I saw
by Japan they're
yeah.
going
Yeah.
to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which
No,
was
there's a
pretty
few new things that was brought in. At least with some teams, they decided to put a lick of paint in the car, and then other teams just got scared of coloring things. Like Alpine, that was a butcher of a job.
cool. I mean, they actually put the most
Wait,
color,
what
I
do you-
think.
Hey, yeah.
compared to-
Alpine?
to other
No,
cars.
no. you're-
McLaren would put so little
Alpine did
color.
a pinstripe of blue and a pinstripe
Oh,
of
actually, I
pink.
didn't like
Yeah.
Alpine.
Yeah,
at
no,
all.
they did this tease of like a camo
Yeah.
pink, and I was like, oh, that's going to be
But
crazy.
It's crazy to think that all those teams that didn't use the most paint are
Yeah.
the teams that have
Yeah.
lacking in any innovation. Like
Yeah.
they're kind of stuck in terms of their innovation that they have to shed weight
Yeah.
using paint.
And it's
Think
also
about
worth
that.
noting the two teams that won a race last year had the most like
Paint.
paint on their
Yeah.
car, Ferrari and Red Bull.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Red Bull, I guess it is paint. It's just
Oh
looks
no, it is.
dark.
Yeah, it's
all
literally
paint.
full on paint.
Yeah.
They have
There should be a
nothing
rule that you
Yeah.
have to use a certain square footage of your car.
I
has
think
to
there
be-
is. It's just so set at a minimum like base.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta like raise
Yeah.
that up, but maybe
Maybe.
Yeah, raise it a
the
limit.
Mercedes though looks fire. But
Yeah,
it
what
is
a
an
combo.
interesting, like, I read online, it was like, it's a metaphor for the team because it's like kind of between past and present now. And you're
It's the love
transitioning,
child of
you know?
torture. Like,
Yeah.
it better be good.
That's a
like.
line.
A love child of torture. I
Yeah.
love that.
Wow.
Okay, that's the caption for this. Love child of torture.
You come up with some good stuff. I remember the
The
first
lo-
interview in season 1 that Mikey was with us for. He said Adrian Newey has a wind tunnel in his head.
Oh yeah, that man's
That
a genius.
still sticks to my
Oh,
head
yeah?
to this
Yeah.
very day.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
That
it
was
needs to be a
one
t-shirt.
iconic. Yeah.
I do also come up with a lot of shite. there's
for every
there's
9
nuggets of gold
yeah.
in
Yeah,
there
for
somewhere.
everyone.
Yeah.
For every like 9 things, you have like one.
9. You've
well,
been
for,
so generous
Damn.
now. Oh, you're trying to be nice now.
yeah, for every 10, you have one. Fine.
Let's hear your predictions, though, Mikey. Let's see if you were shite about that.
I'll be honest. I think I've got some solid,
Okay.
no BS predictions
that's
to lock
good.
in. And now I do want to pitch a game that, like, for every prediction we get right, we score a pint.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's say for me, I put down Max Verstappen as number 1. If that
Really?
does come true, and even for you guys, if it comes true, we get a pint.
No,
Okay.
I feel like the first place should be like 5 points. And then.
No, it's
Ah,
too
but
complicated.
That's
No?
a given. We all know Max is gonna win it in
well,
the
yeah,
first
sorry.
place.
Okay, fine. First place, then
One
1.
is fine.
Yeah.
I think just 1 is easy,
Yeah.
and then it's like we can either do a rule: the winner gets X, or the winner tells the loser there's a certain punishment, and we
I
have
like
to do
that
that
one.
punishment, whether it be a dare on here or like one of those sour candy things.
Skydiving.
No.
We're not
Yes.
doing that.
No.
We're not doing that. Also, we don't have the
Absolutely not.
budget for that, so let's be realistic.
Absolutely not.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Okay, predictions I had Max Verstappen as number
Yep.
1, which I do believe will come true.
Good.
Lando, second place. I think if McLaren keep making the strides they were, Lando's going to be right there.
Yep.
Lewis in third.
No
hoping
way.
that-
No.
And
Like,
to me,
I wish.
that's-
The Lulu.
I wish.
and maybe I am. But we don't know. It's a new character.
I mean, yeah, but like
He's
half
leaving.
the season, post summer break,
let me be with
he
my.
has no priority.
Don't worry. We're coming up next, so don't worry. Keep going.
Do you know what? I never put that in.
Yeah.
He's going to get
Yeah.
no priority.
Yeah.
No priority.
And
Halfway
Russell
Him and
will
Sainz.
bully him off the
Yeah.
track. Okay,
Exactly.
whatever. And then Sergio is fourth. People give Sergio a lot of crap. Even if he performs like he did last year,
You
that
still
car is
pull
still
up,
going to be
yeah.
there.
I think he's gonna get Nick DeVries and get
No way.
get knocked out.
I think he'll
halfway.
get booted out halfway too.
Yeah.
No,
I
who
think
they
he
gonna-
will.
Oh, Liam
I
Lawson.
Yeah.
think they'll put in Daniel Ricciardo at
Yep.
some point, and then they'll put Liam Lawson into the AT
Yep.
or
Okay,
whatever
we'll
you call
come
it.
to you in a minute. Calm down. And then,
Yeah.
like, let's
down.
just nitpick everything Mike has to say about his picks. And then Charles Leclerc. So recap: Max, Lando, Lewis, Sergio, and then Charles for 5th.
Mhm.
I did want to put Sainz in there, but
I know.
I feel like Ferrari are going to give him
Nothing.
ass treatment this year.
Same
Yeah.
Same as Lewis. I mean, I
I
don't
actually
think
never put
so.
2 and 2 together. That's my
Yeah.
flaw.
Or like I hope not, but that's I think what's going to happen.
Okay, your time to shine.
I actually pretty similar on yours. You know, I did Max
Oh,
for
you-
number
you've
1.
memorized
Oh
them?
yeah, it's in my heart. Max is number 1, Lando number 2. I put Oscar number 3 because I really like Oscar, and I don't know. I agree on the race pace potentially not being there, but you know, season 2 qualifying pace is always there if the car is good enough, and if he's able to keep up close with Lando, maybe.
That'd be amazing for second year's rookie.
yeah.
That'd be
Well, actually,
awesome.
he's not a rookie anymore.
Did you hear what he said about how somebody asked him like, oh, would it be cool to see Lewis have his 8th like world championship? He's like, no, what would be a better story is if Oscar Piastri wins his first.
That was a good answer. That was a
Yeah,
good answer.
and I was like, oh, that's amazing.
So here was number 3. Number 4 is Lewis. And
Okay.
then number 5 is Charles. So I did not put Sergio in my top 5. And again, you know, if he stays to the very end of the
Yeah.
season, then fine. I think he'll definitely be top 3. I just don't personally believe that.
It's
But that's
really as if like you and I talked about this beforehand because I really did think the same thing. I'm like, I really don't think Checo's going to be in the whole. I hope for him, but I don't think he's going to be there the whole season. So I put Max in first. I mean, Charles Leclerc, like I am maybe delusional, but I'm hoping a better season for him.
Okay.
There's no reason. Yeah, it has to.
So he's second?
Yes.
Okay.
And then Lando, Oscar, and Lewis.
Hmm.
Because I think Lewis, despite anything, he just still like drives the bleep out of the car.
Yeah.
So you've Oscar in good regards there as well.
Yeah, I think so. I feel like if I mean the way they've, I guess
They have momentum.
the momentum of McLaren before the end of the like last year, as well as just what I'm seeing now with Lando. Like they were pretty maybe the race pace wasn't there all the time, but they were neck and neck.
And if anything, I think Lando, not to cut you off, is
Yeah.
actually sometimes bad in qualifying.
Yes.
kind of
Makes
exhausts
mistakes,
them,
yeah.
right?
and
He
makes mistakes
too.
under pressure.
Yeah.
And
He doesn't
so,
handle the pressure great.
No.
But then in the races,
just turns up.
He's locked in,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
he's
Yeah.
overtaking Oscar.
Yeah.
like almost every race.
He's much faster.
Yeah.
But then this is also second year for Oscar, so there's a lot more confidence. There's a lot more feeling of settlement. Like
knows the track.
knows the track, knows his team. It's just, I think this is where we could see him shine. So I hope.
I do love Oscar's composure, and
Yeah.
I didn't even see that interview. But the fact that he wants to say, no, it wouldn't be great to see Lewis win. It would be great to see me
Yeah.
win.
Yeah.
Like, he has the confidence. He
Yeah.
doesn't show it often,
Yeah.
but he's like, he doesn't say much, but it'd be sick to see him do well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Imagine if he was like, I'd love to see Lando win. Just like, got him.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
nah. Team dynamics snip gone. through the-
Henny, what did you have for us? 1-2 Red Bull.
No, actually,
Oh.
no, I didn't. I had Max. I had Charles because I think he has a point to prove.
Mm.
And I mean, the engines have been capped, so there's not much innovation that can happen there. Feel like that car looks scary.
It looks good.
It looks good. It
the,
looks scary.
the Ferrari.
yeah,
Yeah.
it looks scary.
Well, it's Charles' last year to kind of get that priority.
Yeah.
if you wanna say,
exactly.
get it?
Exactly.
Yeah. And again, I think qualifying, everything he's going to get priority. He's the one staying.
yeah.
Carlos is not. So whether it's qualifying, that's where a lot of his mishaps, even the previous years, was qualifying.
Mhm.
Whether it's like
Mm.
Q3, he's starting super late, or just
I
mistakes
mean,
that
the
were happening.
strategy
Team though as
was
well.
also-
Teamwork,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Now it's like, okay, well, his full
Wait,
focus is
wait.
on him.
Pause.
Yeah.
The
Ferrari
Ferrari
ad?
team.
Oh yeah, the pit stop they showed was so embarrassing. The front
5
left, the
seconds.
literal front left was slow.
If that's the best take they got out of that shoot, Ferrari got problems coming into
Mate,
this
just
test.
animate the video
Oh,
next time. Come on.
Make it fast.
Isn't there AI for
They
this? at this
actually
stage?
apologized for once.
Yeah.
Did they apologize?
Yeah,
Oh, they like made
tweeted
him.
saying,
Yeah,
oh,
they made like kind of like.
What was it? The admin fell asleep or something like that?
Yeah.
Maybe they did that to gain.
Yeah,
Hi?
yeah.
I don't know.
It was a marketing ploy. And then in third, I have Checo.
Hmm.
I'm still confident that the only issue he had last year was not only confidence, it was just his qualifying.
Yeah.
If he starts top 5 every race, he's going to either finish in podium or high points
Agreed.
for him to be in that P3. Even
I
P2.
just don't think he handles the pressure well.
That's the thing. I don't think this year he has a lot of pressure.
Oh.
Really?
No, it's like the other way. Last year he had a lot more pressure because he had to finish in P2.
Mm.
Like there
Yeah.
was no one on the grid
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
They were
able to
they were
compete
miles
with him.
ahead.
Exactly. Where this year I think is going to be a lot closer. That expectations are actually quite low. I think they all
That's
know
fair.
where Max is going to finish up. That Checo was like, you know what? I'm gonna cruise to P2s to P3s.
Yeah.
I'm okay. And
I
even
mean,
then,
his
during the
contract
launch,
is up, no?
yeah. But he can get another seat. He knows
Yeah.
he's not staying in Red Bull.
He brings
so his
money as
full
well, like,
focus
yeah.
is
Yeah.
let me just finish on a high and let me go to another seat. So
I reckon he has to
still-
aim for top 5. Most races, top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think qualifying, he has to start top 5 with that car.
Yeah.
If he starts anywhere before that, he's gonna get into an accident.
But just
always.
if he doesn't, the limelight will be on him and questions will be asked.
Exactly.
If he's in top 5, we won't even talk
But
about
that
it.
is an issue. That is qualifying has always
has been
an
his issue. Yeah,
right?
especially
Yeah.
last year. Even the funniest stuff was like the way they introduced them at the launch. I keep bringing this up. It was so funny. They were like, "Well, 3-time champion Max Verstappen," and then they go to Checo Perez, Minister of Defense.
Yeah.
That was it.
Wait, what? He's missed. Oh.
Mexican
Yeah.
Minister of Defense. I was like, wow. You could have said how many multi.
Wait, hang on. Is that his
winner?
official title?
No.
Oh, yeah,
my
just
God.
like-
But, like, they have nothing else
Yeah,
to
okay. I was
give
like,
him.
hang on. It's like he actually on his off time is minister.
Yeah, he is.
He holds the cabinet. Mexico,
Whole
can you
cabinet
imagine?
seat,
No wonder
you
he's
know?
so distracted.
Policy.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? No, he's not. Okay, cool. No,
No,
just
that-
the defense. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Then I think I have Lando.
Yep.
And then I have Lewis. Again, same thing. He has a point to prove. I still think race wise he's better than George in races. Qualifying, he's already a hit and miss from last year. So I think he can still finish top 5. So that's a good.
And what about because last year we shared our boldest predictions, and I think everyone looked back upon that video that we released as well, and well, we were all quite wrong. Feven, what is your boldest prediction?
I think I said it before
George
that.
Russell 3 podiums?
no.
I actually made a bet on Bet99 last year and I lost.
Oh Lord. How many podiums? 1?
No, I put a bet that, so it was crazy. Max had to get 13, and I remember like, this isn't gonna happen.
13
Oh,
podiums.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's easy.
that's a
Easy money.
solid.
Easy money.
Yeah.
Easiest money I've ever made in my life. I did George 3 podiums. I messed that up.
How
Or
many
was it
did he
three-
get,
Oh, no,
though?
I think it was
2?
3 wins. I thought he'd actually get a couple of wins.
Oh, because
Oh.
yeah.
And I
no.
put money that Lando would get his first win.
That's tough, though. That's
Yeah.
tough.
That
And
was
I
a
put a
tough one.
bit of money in that as well. So
Yeah.
that kind
This
of burnt
year is
me.
his year.
I
Put
will say
money
that
on it.
Lando's getting his win this year.
That's your boldest prediction. I like that.
Standard. That's not bold. I don't think that's bold.
Yeah.
Is that bold?
That is
I don't
bold.
know.
mean,
I think
if
my
the
boldest.
if people are touting Red Bull to win 24
this
races,
This is the bold prediction. Visa Red Bull, or whatever it's called, ATM Red Bull.
Carb.
ATM Red Bull.
They are. I want to say they're going to get a couple of podiums.
Okay.
It's a copy and paste of last year's car.
It is.
Danny and Rick needs to get confidence. Yuki will get up there. I want to say, okay, the ATM Red Bull, 2 podiums this year. And I'm not saying first 2 or 3, but we're going to get 2 podiums.
I can't with the
We'll
ATM.
see. We'll see if that car stays the way it is. There's a big
I was going to
protest
say
coming.
if FIA.
Oh, I didn't hear the protest. Wait a second.
no,
I'm not
you're not-
retracting.
you're not-
What's
stop,
the
stop,
protest?
stop, stop.
Why, too much copy and paste?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
A lot of
because they're
teams
supposed
are
to operate in complete isolation of each other. Like no
But there was a rule around that you could take
share
certain-
components.
Like
right?
that car looks like the RB19.
But how you put it together,
Yeah.
you know, has to be in isolation.
But yeah, bolt goes in a bolt hole, you screw it together. Like.
And also
imagine they're
something
like,
with
We did it completely blind. we put goggles on.
and
Like-
something with the side pods that
Oh,
Red
okay.
Bull announced 2 weeks after or a week after VCarb,
yeah.
and VCarb has something very similar to
Ah.
what was not announced yet. There's
Okay,
gonna be
okay.
a lot of speculation this
But
year.
it could be cool to see where that car is going to go. Because
Yeah.
like, that's...
Yeah.
I
Feven,
think
your boldest?
my bold might be that Oscar's going to win before Lando.
You already did.
Sprint. we're
No,
not
no, no, no.
transparent.
Like officially. Don't say that. I've been saying that. But Oscar will probably win a race.
Feature race.
Yeah,
Yeah.
feature race before Lando.
I know.
For Lando.
I
And
could
this
see
is
that
my
more.
reason why he is in my top 5 very high up. And then maybe if I had to say it a second is I genuinely think Checo's out halfway.
Halfway. I don't
Uh,
see that. I'm
Henny,
sorry.
Henny, what do you think? I actually haven't thought of mine yet.
I would say Williams will get a podium.
Ooh, that's
That's
a good
bold.
one.
Williams will get a podium.
Wait, okay, which which track?
That's even tough. You can't do that.
That is.
Okay, you
I
have
would-
to think of like
no,
long
Long
straights.
I would have
Think
to
of
see
long
that
straights.
car.
Which one?
don't even know if we-
Montreal is not a bad one. Albon did really well last year.
So are we saying Albon or Logan Sargeant? Why are you laughing? He was your driver of the year last year. And now you're
wait,
skidding?
I'm just gonna
One
give the
might-
political correct
one might-
answer and say
no.
Williams.
Yeah,
No.
okay.
I believe that Logan is still a generational talent.
Generational talent, one might say.
He's just a generation before this generation of driver.
He's still warming up.
So you think Williams have made leaps and bounds over
Yeah.
winter break?
Yeah, I read something, a deep article. I think it was Pete Windsor or something. Some really good journalist that has high hopes that they will finish on a podium in one race. And I was like, you know what? I can see it happening. And he gave
Because
some
didn't
good
someone
details.
come out and say that they had great race pace, but when the fuel was added to the car, the aerodynamics were just not
Not
playing
there.
ball,
Exactly.
and that's why they only did well on light fuel mode
Exactly.
or
But
a certain
again,
setup.
like this car also looks very different from the last year. Even Albon came out and said, I had to relearn how to drive this car. It's
Yeah.
completely new.
Yeah, I kind of like that aspect.
So not
of
a good
it.
year for Logan coming up.
I don't know. We'll see. He probably did a lot of sim racing or
I
sim
hope.
training.
I hope
hopefully.
so.
Hopefully.
No, but again, it's like kind of Checo. The expectation set for Logan now. He doesn't have to prove that he's
No.
like this brand new talent that has to
Yeah,
perform.
it's true.
He just has to finish a race. I even think if he Okay, I meant that in a good way. I meant that in a nice way. Don't take that
we're
out of
trying to
context.
interview these people, and y'all just
no.
roasting them
No, no.
so hard.
You took that out of context. I meant that
We'll
out
take
of
that
goodness
out.
of my heart.
Well,
being
when,
like,
when you see Logan, I hope you apologize.
Yeah.
and I will. And
I'm gonna show him the
explain.
clip. All you gotta do is just finish a race.
So make it Will Buxton.
yeah.
All you have to do
Yeah.
is finish
a race.
the race.
Yeah, I feel like the more I try and justify this, the more you're going to take it out of context.
My
Next.
boldest prediction is that Alonso will win a race.
That's not bold.
What?
That's not bold.
How is that not bold?
That's the safest play in the world.
Yeah. Come on,
Alonso
try,
will
try
win a
again.
race in
Try
an
again.
Aston
Okay,
Martin.
go
Try
again.
again.
I was actually
In
almost
an
going to put
Aston
him in
Martin?
P5. In the,
Yeah.
my
Oh,
finisher.
no.
None of us
Over
have
Lewis.
none of us have
I-
him in our top
No,
five.
no.
Yeah,
I was going to put him on
Aston
P5
Martin will not
over
be
Lewis.
reliable. Are you
So
joking
you
me?
do think it's a bold prediction then?
As in, like,
I think he'll get a podium. I don't think that's bold. Williams getting a. That's
No,
bold.
he'll win a race.
oh.
Sorry, win a race. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I said
still-
win a
oh,
race.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
bold.
Yeah,
that's
come on now.
crazy.
I'm like, what?
Sorry, my brain.
get a podium.
Okay, in the
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
4 races last year, we weren't saying that'd be bold.
Oh no.
No.
No, but it's gone
It's a
down.
decent car.
Yeah, to be
They have a
fair, it's a
decent
decent car, but it's also a competitive grid now more than
Yeah.
ever.
Decent
Think
car
about how
for
many
like
cars
fourth,
around him.
fifth, not
Yeah.
like decent car
For
for
a win.
first.
All you need is an accident in that first turn
There's
at any
Latifi.
track. And
I would love to see him defend though that first place against the Red Bull charging down in like the final 10
Yeah.
laps. of
and I
Oh,
honestly
yeah.
think him or Lewis is the only people on the track that
Yeah.
can defend
Yeah.
Like,
on Max.
and properly.
yeah.
That would be.
But no one else has really the experience
No,
on Max.
I mean, look at Lando. He's like, all right, I'm just gonna move out of the way.
Yeah. But
I'll take my P2.
yeah, he come up afterwards and he's like, the strategy is like he wanted to finish the race,
Yeah.
not burn out his
Yeah.
tires. He's
Yeah.
playing the long
But you also
game.
have to think where the points were at that point in the season for the team,
Correct.
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
constructor
Yeah.
championship,
Yeah.
right? So like, there's like, it's a calculated risk. You're like, P2 is better or P3 is better than DQ, like, you know,
Because
DNFing.
even when Charles was fighting Max, there was some good battles there with the DRS overtakes,
Yeah.
but it wasn't his elbows out. And Lewis and Max was by far the most aggressive overtaking. And Alonso is no shy to that either. So throw him in the mix as well, be brilliant.
just
But
be
you,
like,
you gotta love that Charles
He is.
does not defend well. Like doesn't defend as aggressively. My bet he defends well, but he
Yeah.
doesn't defend as aggressively with Max. But then you put Checo behind him, and the guy's
Oh.
like, "I got this.
Yeah.
Let's go."
My arch enemy.
And that Vegas overtake
Oh,
is hands down top 3 for me of last
was
year.
beautiful.
That was brilliant.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
absolutely brilliant.
Final lap 2.
Yeah. No,
Oh
that
my
was,
God,
that was
I've
poetic.
never-
That was poetic.
enjoyed racing more my entire life. That and the 2021, is it Brazil or the between Checo, Charles, and Lewis Hamilton when they were.
Oh, Silverstone.
Well,
Like
it
2
was
years ago.
Silverstone, yeah,
Yeah.
2021,
2022.
22.
Through goes Hamilton.
Oh, yes.
My
That
those-
was brilliant.
Those
Yeah.
two will forever live in my head.
That and Checo and Alonso in Brazil.
Yeah. Yes.
I knew
That,
Brazil was, yeah,
that was, what was
That
it,
was fair racing, too.
0.003 difference when they crossed the line?
that was
Brazil
yeah.
racing always brings out. Brazil is such a great track.
Is there? Well, this year we have China back in the rotation as well, which is
Yeah.
exciting. Madrid, by the way, got announced
But
for 2025
Yeah.
Street circuit.
street circuit.
How do we feel about this?
Ugh.
Enough.
Enough, I think so.
They're not my
And
favorite.
we're losing. We've lost France, which was a racetrack.
yeah, but that
That's
was
not
not
coming back.
great.
Okay,
it wasn't the best,
it
but-
wasn't the greatest, but I'm just saying racetracks right now. Where is Spa in the mix of things? Are we still
Renew-
I think there's renewed.
for how many years though?
2030.
Oh, so
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
good.
we're good for Spa. Here is actually something interesting though. When we were interviewing people, we asked about Barcelona, and somebody
Barcelona?
very prominent in the paddock did tell us that he feels like Barcelona might actually continue to go forward even with Madrid. Because
yeah?
they're still building things within Barcelona. Like within the track, they've built a bridge from the main facility looking at turn 1 all the way to the
they're
back
building
straight,
infrastructure.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
which is pretty cool. So if we could keep Barcelona, I think that'd be
Yes.
nice.
That's a
Because I
great
like
track.
that
That's
track.
a great track.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
It's another full on track. We
Yeah.
don't need another street
Yeah.
track.
No, enough for the street tracks because there's no
Especially,
line choice in street tracks.
No.
It's a DRS chicken like.
DRS chicken show.
Nah, but you know what I'm trying to say.
in this? What is in this?
Okay.
My boy is coming out.
Absolutely
Strong.
sober. Like we drove here.
I love it.
Awesome.
Season 2. Any final thoughts here? I mean, we released our merch finally.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think everyone's wearing something, right?
There's
Yeah.
gonna be
yeah.
even more designs, cool designs,
Yep.
some city inspirations.
I'm so excited for this season, honestly, guys.
Could be great.
It's gonna be fantastic.
Yeah.
We've already recorded a bunch of episodes. Check out the merch, guys, if you haven't already. Even if you don't buy anything, we put a lot of time and effort into designing these items. So check them out. Give us some feedback. Hope you enjoy
Yeah.
this preseason testing that is about to follow, and we'll see you guys after the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Yeah.